Hello and welcome to the corner. I really should remember the names before I start. This time we are using traps selected by Zarosu123. Hopefully that's pronounced remotely correct. Those traps being the vampiric gauntlets, which you guys have not ever seen in any of my videos, including the live streams I've done of this. Just a basic explanation of these for those of you who don't know. The primary drains health from a target for mana. The secondary will drain your health to replace your mana, so they can kind of run themselves more or less indefinitely depending on how aggressive you are with it. Alchemist Satchel, they have specified that the Vampiric Gauntlets will be used over the Alchemist Satchel. It's kind of a backup, I guess. Wall Grinder, a Wall Blade, a Push Trap, and a Spring Trap. So we basically have two very short-range traps, the Grinder and the Wall Blades both have one square, and two Physics traps, which I plan on using, and I imagine this was the idea. I plan on using these to push enemies into the Wall and Grinder traps. I don't... Someone just opened the door and then closed the door and then wandered off, I guess, I don't know. I don't know which of these two I would prefer to use. The Grinder will run continuously and do damage over time. The Wall Blade just does massive damage in one go. It takes a while to refresh, though. So I think we're going to start off with two of these. Luckily, these push traps are incredibly cheap. I think we're going to focus, for now, on Grinders and see how well that goes. My plan is to do that, and then at the bottom here, as the Grinders make noise and don't actually spin, I'm going to have spring traps facing the wall, so it will fling people not back that way, it'll fling people into the traps. That's going to be the general idea here. How well that works, I have no idea, but there's your lovely grinding. Oh my god. Yeah, it kind of breaks the camera if you get really close to it. Either way, here's the Vampiric Gauntlets. Look at it go. It's really quite powerful. The downside, of course, is its mana drain is massive, but when you have no mana you can still just do this. It'll spam the top of the screen with that, but hey, it exists. And then I can do this, drain some of my health, get some mana back, drain some of their health, drain some of my health. As you can see, it's not a thing you can do perpetually, but it's alright. So let's stack two of those there. I really do like the Vampiric Gauntlets. They're pretty useful in most instances, but as you can see, when there's a lot of enemies, you can wear yourself out pretty quickly, which is a balancing factor, I suppose. I could, of course, use the Alchemist Satchel, but it's kind of OP. Just saying. It literally is kind of OP. I need to get some, I think... Yeah, I need oiled trap gears and overcoiled springs for this kind of setup here. I will be using the crossbow a lot as well, by the way. You can see my general strategy here is basically just fling things into the Grinder. The downside, of course, is the Grinders will eventually get themselves stuck. As you can see, they'll take a while to refresh and then start grinding again. So let's go ahead and get this... Excuse me, get that set up, get some more money for killing dudes. I will have multiple of these, I'm pretty sure. I think I'm going to have another set of that trap layout back there, because one set of this isn't going to work as intended. I think this is all I need to do. I could use the other one with Wall Blades and see how well that works. I think the Grinders work better, but we'll see. I could just set up one right next to this one, fling them the other way with Wall Blades on that side. We'll see. Did I just get a headshot with the Vampiric Gauntlets? I don't think you can get a headshot with Vampiric Gauntlets. I think that was just the crossbow. Some more mana. The rate that it drains your health for mana is much faster than the rate it drains their health for mana, if you haven't caught on yet. Fling him over, consume his soul. I could literally just keep Grinders, you know. I think the Grinders really would work better. But for the sake of showcasing the traps I've been given, we'll just kind of alternate like that. How does that sound? I should have got oil trap gears. Because these Whoa. It's stuck on them. You can get wedged in some wall traps. It's a little weird. These will be affected by oiled trap gears. Ow. The plus side of Vampiric Gauntlets is you usually don't need to worry about health. Like, you'll see sometimes I have more or less no health and have to worry about that, but that grinder sound, man, is hideous. I think I need to move my spring traps slightly. I think they're triggering at the same time as the push traps. Yeah, they are, which I don't want. Those wall blades, man, they're vicious. So I think I will do that after I get... I don't have enough. Decisive, got nothing. You can see why I like the grinders more in this setup. They last a lot longer. Those are upgraded. The upgrade on the wall blade just does more damage, so I don't think it's actually going to help me. I do have oiled trap gears now, though, so let's give our traps a little assistance. Not the most efficient layout, but it is hilarious looking nonetheless, so I am going to have to alternate my spring traps a little. The idea does work pretty well, though. I am satisfied with the capability of this layout, actually. Given what it is, anyway, I'm satisfied with it. Oh, the grinders ran out. Doesn't matter, because we have wall blades that are now murdering people. Well, we did, anyway. So it's not showing me where the thing is, but I think if I put it there, they won't trigger at the same time, and then this side will have to be here. Admittedly, then they'll be triggering at the same time as the wall trap, so I'm not exactly sure that's helping me. Maybe I should leave it in the center. We'll see how well this goes. And I can, well, yeah. I guess I could set up a third grinder over there and then a third wall blade here. Are you alive? No. Broke physics there. How are my spring traps doing? They appear to be doing what I intended. I think the spring traps are kind of more or less pointless in this. I think I will just keep them in mid for the time being. Gotta get that mana. Or gotta get that, yeah, that mana. Never mind, I had it right the first time, you dangus. Dat dodge. By the way, the orc, whatever these guys are, crossbow orc, they do have prediction. So if you just go like this, they'll very rarely, if ever, hit you. Just for those of you who are curious. Oh, the grinder traps are back. That's a thing. I wish I could prioritize. I think the push trap just accidentally activated. Wish I could prioritize the way traps go. This is a long round, unless it just linked rounds for some reason. This appears to be the last round. That was incredibly short. I was gonna put more traps. Things. Well, your idea worked really well. So good job, Zarosu123, Zarosu, whatever. Eventually, I might pronounce somebody's name right. That was a really good trap layout, quite frankly. So, hooray! 52,000. Let's look at the stats real quick. Yeah, that was pretty good. Traps killed most of it. That's generally a good thing. I didn't lose no points, and I got a 16 kill streak with mostly physics traps, which I find astounding. Well, and the Vampiric Gauntlets, but you know, you can only add so much. But either way, thanks for watching, thanks for saying traps I should use, and I will go ahead and show you the next level. I almost forgot to do that, you dangus. I'm a silly boy.
Not much room to work with here.
Indeed.
It's a short walk for the orcs from the gate to the rift.
Indeed.
But those acid pits will come in handy.
Indeed. Took forever to talk. Usually what I do in this map is just make a kill zone right here. So I'll have the swinging maces, tar, arrows on the wall, and then fire things in the back. You know the drill, that's the general idea. But this is the weapon, this is the level layout. What they intend for you to do on this level, because they give you wind belt, is to use, I guess, physics traps and the wind belt to push orcs into the acid, which will subsequently kill them, as you might expect. There are a lot of places for physics traps to be good on this level, I just don't use them a lot. For instance, these two walls on each side can be used with push traps, and I believe they'll actually trigger for the whole pathway. Well, more or less the whole pathway. I guess you could use spring traps to push them as well. Out here you can use spring traps and the wind belt to push people. Here is just a standard kill zone with a low roof. And that's basically it. There's acid back here, but it's more or less useless because the orcs will path right through here. They'll never go anywhere near that acid, so it's not really that helpful. But this is the next level, the baths. So go ahead and recommend me some trappy trap layouts and such and such. I really do like the amount of physics-based trap ideas that we're using, because normally I never use the physics traps, and they do make for some entertaining layouts. You can actually use physics traps to chain into other physics traps to throw enemies literally across the level. It's great fun. Either way, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.